Welcome everybody, my name is Scott, and this week I am participating in the Clicker Jam Summer 2022 Game Jam. And in this video, I'm going to go ahead and give my daily devlog update for day 5. So just a reminder for this Game Jam, the goal is to create an incremental or clicker type game, and I'm using Phaser 3. So for today, what I really focused on was adding in the actual logic for upgrades and progressing through levels and adding in all the math behind those tasks. So as the player progresses through the game, the levels should get more challenging, but also yield more rewards. Likewise, as you buy upgrades, you should be getting a better upgrade and experience. However, you don't want it to be completely linear, otherwise it's just the game won't be too challenging. It'll always progress the same and it kind of becomes stale and boring. So you need a good balance, and so there's a lot of math that goes into these formulas. Due to the nature of this being the Game Jam and just time constraints, I did a lot of reading and blog articles, and there was some really good reference material for some games. One great example is Clicker Heroes. They publish and share a lot of the formulas of how they approach this. So I went ahead and credited and reused some of those formulas for the game, more dumbed down versions of them, as to some of the replayability that's built into their formulas. So I'm not going to take credit for that. I did provide credit in the code and in the documentation. There's a lot to learn there and a lot to implement, but time-wise, it's time constraints. I won't get that done. But it meets the needs for this game, and this won't be a fully published game. Finally, I did some more updates to the menu, so it actually shows these new upgrade costs, and just more enhances the menu, and started adding in some art. So let me go ahead and give a demo of kind of the progress we're at today. So I went ahead and worked on the title screen, just kind to reuse some of the art that we did and kind of add like a keyboard mouse so you actually feel like you're typing. So go ahead and click on play. We're now taken to the game screen. And so right now I have the DPS for the player, the clicks is set quite high, so we can just kind of do a quick demo. And what we'll have is if we go into upgrades now, you'll see that our skills actually have a cost tied to them. So 5 experience for if I want to buy the first of the dev skill, or 50 experience if I want to buy the first AI. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some experience real quick, just so we can show kind of the DPS and how everything kind of progresses. So let me bump up to 50. All right, perfect. So if I go ahead and buy this skill, you'll see now this increases a little bit more. So now it's up to 53. And it's going to increase based on the level and the formula that's built into that. So you see now I have a typing per second for my progress at set to 5, and it's going to start filling up. And then likewise, if we go to upgrades, and now I buy 5, you'll see it gets a little bit stronger as well, and this will start to increase as well. Last thing I did is I added a new experience to the menu here, just a little quality of life, so you know how much experience you have when you're trying to buy stuff. Yeah, and then so that's kind of what I worked on for day. Oh, and also for the levels as well. I refactored how the level configuration was being done. It was hard-coded before, but now it's dynamic, and it just basically takes a level, and as it increases, the difficulty for the level is calculated based on your current progression. So no longer is that hard-coded. The only piece is tied to the functions and the tests that are tied to a particular sprint. That part is hard-coded with fallback logic. If there is no configuration, it'll reuse the last one. So in that way, we can start adding that hopefully tomorrow. All right, so we're approaching the end of the Game Jam. So really what I want to focus on is kind of quality of life and just polishing the game. So I'll be making sure the game scales on various devices, adding in more functions and tests, and then I'm hoping, if I get to it, adding a couple more skills just so there's a little bit differences there, and then hopefully adding in a ability to save and reload your progress. All right, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this content interesting and helpful. If you did enjoy the content, please give it a like, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. If you have any questions or ideas for future content, please let me know, and we'll talk to you all later.